I think the advice I would give to people interested to come to the UK is don't be afraid.
What I really like about the NHS, it's a very horizontal hierarchy.
My advice to people who are looking to come to the UK would be to make sure that their language skills are really very good.
I always had the aspiration to open my mind and say, let's see how they work in a different country. It has been the best experience so far in my professional life.
I'd just like you to step up on... I'm a New Zealand medical graduate and a New Zealand radiology graduate. And then we'll take the cup away. A lot of what I do here is exactly the same as I did back in New Zealand. So it's a very similar system to New Zealand and Australia. Swallow now. Excellent. For the Australasian docs, it's a very similar work environment.
I came to the UK in 1996. My basic schooling was in India, and I did pursued my undergraduate study in medicine in the Kerala University in Kerala. When I first came into the NHS in 1996, what struck me immediately was the diversity of the workforce even 20 years ago. So I could easily get access to emotional support and also, any advice that I needed for my day-to-day activities, both within the hospital and outside.
My medical training was in Germany. After finishing my medical studies, I wanted to go abroad for another year, so I thought the UK would be ideal to gain further experience. I came initially just for 1 year and then I ended up staying. I think the advice I would give to somebody wanting to come to the UK was choose your location very well in respect to whether you want to work in a major city, university hospital or in a rural setting, and generally get to know the place, maybe visit around and see where you feel comfortable.
I'm coming from Italy and I did both my medical school and my specialty training in Rome. When I first started as a consultant, I sat in my office and I said, I'm finally a breast radiologist that I would love to do. And I realized I had done the right thing moving over here. When I first started, I thought, oh, I'm the youngest one, probably I should not ask for that, I should not push towards this direction. But then I was encouraged by my colleagues and I felt I was at the same level with all the others.
I think I would value the NHS in the way that is less hierarchic than, for example, the German system. There's more equal working relationships amongst consultants rather than having one head of department who sort of rules everything. I find the NHS is very multicultural. The patients and the colleagues are well used to having colleagues coming newly from abroad. They're very supportive, and I think this really aids new people coming into the UK to feel welcome.
It was a sea change for me. Firstly, obviously the climate was different, so it took a bit of getting used to. I landed in the winter, but I was very struck by the warmth of people, to complete strangers. I have been a lifelong vegetarian, but very quickly I realized in the hospital canteen that I was working, there was plenty of vegetarian options there which I could explore. So I had my first exposure to baked beans and toast, which is quite an interesting way to eat food.
When I was in Italy, I thought that people in the north of Europe are not really open, but when I came over here, I realized it was not true. People are really friendly.
I think I always found it easy to socialise here. That's never been a problem. So my film club, there's 6 of us. There's an Italian, a Swede, a French radiologist. There's always a place to meet new people.
My advice to doctors who are coming from overseas would be to become a team member, to get to know the people they're working with.
That lovely horizontal hierarchy that we have, I think, is a real benefit to working in the NHS, and it gives you a better day.
NHS can offer you lots of opportunities. Depends how much you love your job and how much you want to put yourself into, but lots of opportunities.
Keep an open mind, enjoy, come and try it out.